Hello everybody and welcome to another video with Ironguin. Yay! And today, welcome to a video that is not a Lego review. This is a gerbil update. You may remember, or you may not, that in September 2018, which was last year, I did a video introducing you to my gerbils, saying hi, I'm telling you a bit about them, a bit about what's happened to them through their 2 years of life, and yeah, a bit about their personalities and their names. So today I thought I'd do an update because we've been to the vets a lot with them recently, and yeah. So I have 3 gerbils, 2 in this cage, Sandy here at the bottom, and Nibbles at the top. And I have 1 in another cage, which I'll show you in the other half of this video, called Digger. So, quick update. Sandy was the first one I named. My parents had told me I was getting gerbils for my birthday. I was very, very excited. And they took me to the vets. We looked in their cage of gerbils. They had a cage with 6 gerbils in it, all siblings. And the first gerbil I saw was Sandy here. And I immediately named him. He came right up to the little glass box, put his hands on the front, I put my finger on the other side, and I said, "Hello, Sandy." I hadn't even thought about it. I just said it. And that's been his name for the past 3 years. And it will be for however many more he's in this house. Nibbles here. I named him because we brought them home in a cardboard box. And then we put that box in the cage on here. And Nibbles just sat in the cage. That's right, Nibbles just sat in the cage, doing nothing. No, he sat in the box, chewing it. He just sat right there in the box when we wanted him to come out the box, eating the box. Heyo, Sandy. Heyo. So, Nibbles is the oldest. All of them they're triplets, or however many, like 50 children in one is called. But I got these 3. They're my triplets. And Sandy is the middle child. Nibbles is the oldest, even if there are seconds between them. And Diggs in the other cage, Digger, is the youngest. So, Nibbles here is the smartest. We know that because this is the second cage we got. When we first got them, we got a cage exactly the same as this one, same company and stuff, but it had a faulty welding for this bar right at the back, and Nibbles discovered it before we did. We came downstairs in the morning and he was just perched on the roof of his cage, and we had no idea how he got out. Then we just ignored it, and then the next day he did exactly the same thing. Then we found the bar, and because it was a manufacturing error, we got it replaced. And yeah. This coconut is their bed. It's not actually, it's their second coconut because the old one got very smelly and it's quite hard. And I tried washing it and I broke it because Yeah. This thing's been in here for a while. Occasionally they chew on it. If we're trying to watch a movie or something, it's really annoying just hearing this bashing against the back while they're fighting with it. They have broccoli as nutrients and healthy stuff. And they have this as snack, and here's their food bowl. The part of the cage they spend most time in is down here in the bottom bit, and it has these wooden houses that I got them for Christmas last year. No, the houses before their birthday last year. It's really hard to distinguish the difference between Christmas and birthday because their birthday is Boxing Day. We got that proven at the vets and stuff. It's cool. And so yeah, told you a bit about Nibbles. Yes, I mentioned at the beginning that we've been to the vets recently. You may be able to see that in the ear on this side, there's some sort of lump. It's an infected cut. Hello, Sandy. So I think that he was chewing on this thing, which is held together by nails. When we found out it was an infected cut and not anything worse, I came back and I checked, and he'd chewed so much that he'd revealed one of the nails. I pulled it out now, but he chewed so much that he'd revealed it, and I think it nicked him on the ear. So we've been having to give him antibiotics to keep it from getting even more infected. And it's going. He's been on antibiotics for 2 weeks. You can see it really well there. He is a nightmare with antibiotics. We have a little pipette which we need to give him the antibiotics with, and he will not get it in his mouth. I have to hold him no matter what. He's like a child, clamping his mouth shut and pulling his head away. Right, the reason they're here is because they want a treat. I need to do this with one hand. Give me a second. Okay, I'm going to cut to the video to when I've got their treats out of the little bag. And by treats, I do indeed mean sunflower seeds. So, Nibbles, don't worry, it's no trick. We've been using the sunflower seed to trick him into opening his mouth so that he can take the medicine. Sandy's got no problem. So Sandy here. So because Nibbles climbed out of the cage, his nickname, middle name, whatever you want to call it, is Houdini. And Sandy here, we nicknamed Monkey. Because at the beginning when we first got him, he's now old for a gerbil. In gerbil years, he's about 70, 80. But when he was younger, he would climb up the bars on the front and chew. You can see the marks he's left. I think you can see, if he looks at the right angle, the bridge of his nose in the middle, right down there, is slightly disfigured from how much he rubbed it on the bars. We got that checked and there's nothing wrong with it. It's just bent out of shape. It doesn't hurt him in any way. So I think that's it for these two. I will now move to little Diggy. Now here we are over at Digger's cage. The little grey one here is Digger. Heyo, Diggle. Heyo, bud. Heyo. So, Diggs here is the youngest. He's the most skitty because he's had some traumatic experiences. When we first got them, all three of them lived together in the bigger cage, which I showed you where Sandy and Nibbles are. But Sandy and Nibbles decided that he was too scrawny and he made their pack weak, so they tried to get rid of him. He has bald patches on his tail. If it wasn't covered in sand, you'd be able to see him better. And the hair's grown over it now, but he has scars on his backside as well, from when they bit him while he was trying to run away. And one of his toenails is bent back at a nasty angle from when he was trying to run away. But we noticed and we removed him. Normally it tells you to remove the bully, not the victim, but there is enough bites to show that Sandy and Nibbles actually did this together and they were both in it together, which means they're both the bully. And we have recently been back to the vets for him again. First one of my gerbils to go to the vets twice, because he caught his leg somehow. He knocked his leg and we noticed he was limping. He's not anymore, luckily, but we noticed that he was limping. And apparently he'd knocked it somehow and it had got inflamed. So we were giving him anti-inflammatory, and he was like a little angel with his medication. He was the opposite of Nibbles. He would just sit there in my hand eating the syringe. He actually just started eating the syringe. Yeah. So that's all healed now. He's not on medication anymore. He was only on for 1 week. And that finished 2 days ago-ish. So, yeah. He has his own cage. Here it's slightly smaller, but about the same height. Maybe actually a couple centimetres taller than the other one. It has 3 layers. It has the sawdust pit at the bottom here, with a plastic tunnel that goes around and comes out over there, and some orange or red log. He has a second layer up here with his water on it, and this is where he comes out onto this little bridge here. And the top layer where he has his food, his bed, and when I put it in, his sand bath, because gerbils actually bathe in sand. Hello, Diggle. Do you want a treat? Let's give you this one. Here you go. Oh. So he strips the shell off the outside of the sunflower seed. Then he eats the seed itself. So, Digger is... So all 3 of them are Mongolian gerbils. Digger is the slate, where he's grey with black eyes. Sandy is a honey, where he's the sand colour with red eyes. And I can't remember Digger's colour scheme, but it's brown with black eyes. If you don't believe me, Sandy has red eyes. Then my gerbil's not yours, but go back in the video and you can see his red eyes. But that's it for this video. If you enjoyed and want to see more of my gerbils, please like, comment and subscribe. Oh, he's on the roof. And I will see you in the next video. Farewell.